Hey guys, this is Lexi reporting live from Cronkite Studios. All right, well, this topic we're going to discuss is about hockey, and it's primarily the Coyotes and the ASU men's hockey team. So, let's talk about the Arizona Coyotes. We all know they've been struggling to make the playoffs since 2012 season, and with a new head coach and the loss of their captain Shane Doan, things have been off to a slow start, and they are currently winless in the National Hockey League. They next play the Dallas Stars tomorrow, Wednesday, October 17th in Dallas, and they also play the Stars in another game on the 19th. So the Coyotes most recently lost to the Boston Bruins 6-2, and the head coach actually apologized to the fans for the embarrassing loss. So why can't the Coyotes make the playoffs, and why can't they produce more wins? A lot of people think it is the lack of the experienced team, which is a huge factor for the winning dynamic that, a team needs in order to be successful in the National Hockey League. Like, you have the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are all veterans and they've all worked together and played together for so long, and that team dynamic is there, and that is just something that the Coyotes lack. And they've been trying to get better players and recruits, and as they may be getting more skilled players, the team dynamic they have, it's just missing. So, if you don't have that core team experience and just that chemistry, it just shows in games and it shows on the ice. And unfortunately, they haven't made the playoffs since 2012. And it causes empty seats in the arena, and it just causes fans to be frustrated because everyone wants to watch a winning team, and it's just something that is just not happening here in Arizona. But luckily for the Coyotes, it is still early in the season, so we can update on their record and just future everything, in the coming months. So, all is not lost for the Coyotes. Obviously, to think that they're going to make the playoffs, do we think so? Personally, they probably won't, but you never know, and let's just hope they get that team dynamic together and they can pull out some wins for the fans and get people really coming to the games. So the next topic is going to be our ASU men's hockey team, which this is the third year starting as a Division I hockey team. And in 2015, that was their first year as D1. And after a generous contribution, they were able to be D1, get that money to recruit and get great players. Being a new, club as D1, it's obviously hard for them to, like previous years, they haven't done very well, but they're playing against these teams, from the north, like University of Massachusetts, Amherst, and Michigan, and all this kind of stuff. And they're very skilled, very experienced organizations that are D1 and have been D1 for quite some time. So, they're just more experienced overall. So, of course, they're not going to measure up to that ability. But, I think that as the program continues and years go on, and if they can get a new arena for the hockey team, that's another huge factor. I think that Oceanside is definitely not the appropriate facility that a Division I team should be at. I don't really think that's fair. If you're going to put a Division I hockey team, then the arena should match that Division I standard, and it obviously doesn't. And it just barely fills, I don't even know how many people the capacity it would take, but it's barely anything, and I don't think it's appropriate. I believe, though, that Greg Powers, the head coach for the ASU men's hockey team, he's doing all the right things. He's really, everything he does, he's trying to produce the best overall outcome, but I just think that over time, more experience the athletes gain, it'll just improve the overall outcome of the team. And they're going into their third game losing streak. So, they're currently on a losing streak, but that doesn't mean that, like I said, the season just started. So hockey is just, there's so many games and it's unpredictable. So you just never know what's going to happen. And I think that it's too early to tell exactly what's going to happen. And if I feel like they will definitely win a lot more games, and I think that they'll just continue to get better and better every single year. So on that note, guys, that's all I got right now with the Arizona Coyotes and the ASU men's hockey. And like I said, it's still very early in the season, so things will definitely change as we proceed within the season. So thanks for listening.